their team captain and the leader on both ends of the floor. For the Red Raiders is Daniel Bacho. The Colonels can match up with you 1 through 4 on the floor. They can't match up with Daniel Bacho at the 5 spot, so look for him to have a potentially big night for Texas Tech.
Yeah, a guy that's got a couple of double-doubles this season. Red Raiders are 5-2 on the year. Colonels come in 3-4, but both do win in their last games before tonight. So we will find out. It's Bacho in the center circle for the Red Raiders. Merrick Nelson for NICHOLLS, and we are underway in Lubbock tonight. And the jump controlled by NICHOLLS.
Yeah, bit of a underdog right there. Daniel Bacho loses the jump ball. Wasn't expecting that one.
Nelson at only 6'7" tries to work down inside. NICHOLLS in the paint. Shot is not there. And after the scramble, O'Banner comes away for the Red Raiders. Here's their opening possession of the night.
And as we talk about the Colonels, they are not a good rebounding team. However, they will turn you over a ton, John.
Nice look inside, and Bacho. Daniel Bacho throws it down to start.
And yet, if you're patient, you're going to get what you want on the offensive end, like Davion Harmon was there.
Nelson, who jumped to start this ball game inside, that shot doesn't go, and rebounding it back up and in is Manny Littles. Top rebounder for the Colonels at nearly 8 a ball game, and does it right there on the offensive end. This is Demarion Williams, who's starting tonight for the injured Jalen Tyson. .13 on the shot clock for the Red Raiders. Pop Isaac's 3 is good.
Really started to emerge for Mark Adams as Pop Isaac's one of those 4 true freshmen. Really starting to feel comfortable from outside the arc. Not hesitating there, knocks it down.
His 13 threes lead this Red Raider club this season. Micah Thomas, long-range shot off the front iron. O'Banner got it, but Pop Isaac's may get called for the foul underneath it. Is it Isaacs or Demarion Williams?
I think it's Demarion Williams. He's trying to block out, Mr. Littles there, Manny Littles, who's a double-double machine. There's a look at Jalen Tyson, John, and that's a lot of scoring punch that you are missing tonight for Mark Adams and company.
Boy, another long-range bomb put up by LATRELL Jones. Bacho way up there to pull down the ball.
Yeah, and so with Jalen Tyson out, the Red Raiders are going with Demarion Williams in the starting lineup, and there's been a couple of issues with him trying to block out Manny Littles, who, again, averages about 8 boards a game. And Manny Littles, according to Coach Claunch, he's a double-double guy in the Southland Conference, and lots of expectations there.
Colonels are going to inbound Micah Thomas to trigger this play. Red Raiders an early 5-2 advantage. That ball nearly stolen by Harmon. LATRELL Jones called for traveling. Austin Claunch was here a couple of years ago when more than a couple actually, when these two teams played previously. His first year as an assistant there, and now all of these years later.
Oh, to be that young again,
yeah.
John. Oh, to be that young again.
In fact, when he took over this NICHOLLS program, he was the youngest Division I coach in the country. And another great look inside by Harmon. And Daniel Bacho delivers again.
Yeah, and that's where the Colonels are going to have a hard time matching up, especially off the pick and roll. And you still can't match up with somebody like Daniel Bacho. Not many teams can.
Talked about Mark Adams a moment ago. Has never lost in this building. His second season as the Red Raiders head coach. 27-10 a year ago, the Sweet 16.
And how about that? Your first sub, one of the true freshmen, Elijah Fisher, into the game. And that's one of the things that I think Mark is trying to figure out between now and that, beginning of conference on New Year's Eve. What does this rotation look like? Who is the sixth man? What kind of punch can you get off the bench? They just 7 bench points versus the Georgetown Hoyas. That rotation really shrunk as that game went along, and you gave up a big run, and his guys were tired, but you're trying to figure out who you are.
Nichols turns it over. Red Raiders have the basketball. Pop Isaacs out front to Davion Harmon. Three-pointer on the way. Not there. Little's the rebound. Thomas very quickly up the court trying to find an open. LATRELL Jones airball, and he'll hear about it in this building.
He takes a fadeaway jumper from about 17 feet that ends up being an airball. I would say it's probably going to happen for you.
Fisher threw that one away, stolen by Caleb Huffman inside. Layup doesn't go, got it back, and got that one to go. But that's what this Nichols team does.
They will gamble, and sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But when you're turning teams over, on average, a little over 20 a game, if you don't take care of the ball, it can be a problem for you out in transition.
One of the things Mark Adams talked to us about before this ball game, ball security. Pop Isaacs, his second 3 of the night.
Well, though, you play inside out, you get a paint touch and kick it out, and you have somebody like Pop Isaacs that's really feeling it from deep right now for Texas Tech.
Davion Harmon into the front row here. Red Raiders off to a great start. 10-4 their lead.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the...
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the...
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
Feels like a change is coming. Feels like a change is coming.
Early on here at the United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock, Red Raiders have a 10-4 advantage over Nichols. John Harris here along with Chris Level. Red Raiders have hit 4 of 5 shots so far. A couple of those long range by Pop Isaacs, the others inside to Bacho.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out where the scoring comes from, minus Jalen Tyson, one of your starters. And you're right, a couple of lob dunks to Daniel Bacho. And then Pop Isaacs really starting to feel it. Over 40% from 3 on the season. One of those freshmen really starting to step into those shots, not hesitating. And, boy, it looks good leaving his hand.
Pop Isaacs' best this year is 13 against Creighton, and he's got 6 here in the first few minutes of this ball game against Nichols tonight. Red Raiders coming off that win over Georgetown you mentioned, Chris. At one point in that ball game when you made that run, that looked as good a Red Raider basketball as you've seen in the last few years.
Yeah, and you're right, and I think you see what this team's capable of, but as coaches often say, but then you got to see what they're also capable of. As Mark Adams a bit frustrated with his guys after that was a 23-point lead. It got cut down to 1.
Yeah.
But hey, you survived it. It was a 14-point win. You've had a week to work on some things.
Huffman got turned loose underneath and is fouled as he goes up. Elijah Fisher committing the foul. Yeah, the Red Raiders turned a 20 all tie, I believe, into a 36-20 lead, but in that second half let the Hoyas make an even better run in that ball game.
Yeah, and in that game, Patrick Ewing really went to the zone defense, that 2-3 zone. Red Raiders really struggled with it, but I bet they've worked on some offense against the zone in this last week. Also worked on, your defense. That's going to be a Mark Adams staple, just trying to get that defense more consistent.
Nichols, as advertised, very aggressive on the defensive end. Harmon's leaner doesn't go. Merrick Nelson got it out of there. Here's Huffman. Red Raiders by 4. Micah Thomas had a look. Got a bit closer and left it short. Got it back, though, and banked it in.
Yeah, rare do you get a second chance after an air ball in the same possession. Micah Thomas able to knock it down off the glass.
Red Raiders lost 10 players off that squad a year ago. Nichols has 10 back.
Yeah, these are complete opposites. One of the oldest teams in college basketball against one of the youngest. The Red Raiders being the youngest.
Banner a bit long on that effort. Thomas does it again with the floater. This game tied at 10 now. Nichols has played a pretty demanding schedule here early on. Here's O'Banner inside. He'll draw the foul. Makai Collins fouls him. Chris, tonight, besides the guys you're watching, both these teams need to do what?
Yeah, for the Colonels, you obviously have to get back on defense. You don't want Texas Tech to get easy runouts and get this crowd going. You want to avoid those long runs and things like that. And also, I think Coach Claunch wants to see his team play inside out. They get the 3 ball up, but they want to make sure that they can get some shots in the half court playing inside out. For the Red Raiders, you just want to handle their pressure. They're very active within the passing lanes. They will gamble for steals. You have to be patient a bit. If you are, you're going to get what you want. And then obviously you want to avoid the letdown like you saw in the second half versus Georgetown. When you build that big lead, then you kind of you give it all back. Just being consistent, those kinds of things. But that's a young team trying to learn, John.
You talked a moment ago about Mark Adams looking for help off that bench. You've got Lamar Washington, you've got KJ Allen, you've got Robert Jennings off the bench for the Red Raiders. Latrell Jones' shot doesn't go. Williams comes out of there with the ball. Nice look inside by Harmon, and Robert Jennings is fouled.
Yeah, you can tell, Coach Claunch really trying to send multiple defenders anytime a Red Raider ends up with the ball in the paint, understands what their weakness is, and that's part of the gambling. Usually the big guys on the floor are the ones that turn it over the most.
Red Raiders have been pretty good in the paint over the last 2 seasons. Williams' 3 is off the mark. Yeah, they've beaten every team they faced this season in the paint. And the play of Daniel Baccio this season certainly has a big role in that success. That's a really nice pass. Yeah, Micah Thomas got inside, delivered to Manny Littles.
I mean, you get everybody to help up off of you, and it ends up the little pocket pass right there. Down, but Micah Thomas, he's the playmaker for these Colonels. Got that 4-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, and when you can score and you take care of the ball, well, that's a nice combination that Coach Claunch, I know, appreciates for his team.
Transfer to Nichols from Indiana State. Floater there inside by Littles, and he may have run over a Red Raider, and he does. Robert Jennings.
And a true freshman understands the culture of this Texas Tech team. You better step up and take those charges.
Take a look at it there. Now the Red Raiders have Pop Isaacs back into the ball game. 3 true freshmen for the Red Raiders on the floor right now. Isaacs, a couple of threes already. Jennings can't get the leaner to go, but he's fouled.
Yeah, now you can see Pop Isaacs kind of directing traffic out there. Again, he can play off the ball, running the point right there, but he knew he's trying to set up his team for that pick and roll off to the wing, and just, again, understanding that the Colonels are going to have a hard time with the roller, whether it be Bacho or in this case true freshman Robert Jennings. And sure enough,
Jennings, a 4-star recruit like Pop Isaacs and Lamar Washington. It's Elijah Fisher out of Canada that is the 5-star. Chris, you mentioned this, the Red Raiders, their identity is great defense, but you've got some guys have to learn that.
You're exactly right. I mean, it was a brand new team essentially being brought in. Only Kevin O'Banner, KJ Allen, Jalen Tyson, who's not playing tonight, was on the team last year, did not play. And you're trying to, instill that culture. Obviously, Daniel Bacho, the other returner, but a lot of new parts and pieces trying to figure out how Mark Adams wants to do things.
Latrell Jones got it inside and dropped it off for Mekhi Collins.
And that's one of the staples right there is where's the guy protecting the basket and along the baseline. Nobody there to take a charge. You don't rotate over. And again, those are some of the things they've tried to work on, but you're kind of running out of time to get that done.
11:47 still to go here in the first half, and we've got a tight one here in Lubbock. Red Raiders lead by 1.
It's very rare that you find a community that provides the level of care for the rest of your life that Carillon does.
There are unlimited activities and events and different areas of interest that Carillon offers.
My friends ask me about Carillon all the time, and I have one thing that I say: I absolutely love it.
As we face unforeseen challenges and experience dramatic changes in our daily lives, we are thankful to live in a community where people come together in times of need. We're thankful for the heroes who are willing to risk their lives to save ours. And we're thankful for our neighbors who continue to show up every day and provide the vital services that keep us going. To all of you who help Lubbock stay strong and healthy, thank you.
Old Trapper Beefs, last bag.
You know there's plenty for both of you.
Old Trapper, what's your beef? The official beef jerky of the Big 12.
my time, think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my.
Red Raiders leading Nichols by 1 here at the United Supermarkets Arena. Mark Adams' team has held 4 of their 7 opponents this season to less than 60 points. Louisville had only 38. Chris, Nichols hanging around early on here for sure.
Yeah, they have not knocked down a 3 yet. They make on average about 8 a game, but I tell you where they've gotten Texas Tech is some second chance opportunities. No, they are, I mean, and Coach Klontz will tell you, we are not a very good rebounding team. You're trying to get better at it. However, they've crashed the boards well tonight. 3 offensive rebounds have equaled those 6 points right there, and that's what's kept them in this game so far.
Out rebounding the Red Raiders, and they've made 5 of their last 7 shots. So Red Raiders are going to have to turn up some defensive intensity. They've got Daniel Baccio and Kevin O'Banner back in the ball game. Baccio is just off to an absolutely great start for the Red Raiders this season. There's Davion Harmon, can't get the turnaround to go, and Micah Thomas up the floor very quickly for the Colonels. Trell Jones cannot find the range. Demarion Williams cannot either. O'Banner had it knocked out of his hand, but in the paint so far, Chris, while the Red Raiders have been very good there tonight, Nichols has been better.
Well, and you know Manny Littles is going to be a problem for the Colonels, and this is kind of what he does, but he's also gotten offensive rebounds from Caleb Huffman and Mekhi Collins.
That 3 doesn't go. O'Banner followed it up, but he may have been over the back.
Way up high.
Yeah.
Darren George says, okay, there's somebody underneath there. You hit him with a body. Look at the replay right here.
Did a great look at it.
There's a Colonel under there somewhere. That's where the foul is. A better look at it right here. Great camera work.
Going to be Mekhi Collins who's trying to go up for the ball, and I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, you almost wonder if you're getting punished for jumping higher.
With a running start. Davion looking for an opening. Could not get it to Baccio. Isaac's 3 is blocked. Thomas, the run out challenge by Davion Harmon, and he lost it out of bounds. Great hustle back by Davion Harmon.
I am not sure if I have seen, we'll take a look here. Great block by Micah Thomas, and then he just airballed the finger roll. He got caught up in the air, and I think on the way down tries to shoot that ball up, and it doesn't hit. You will rarely see that, folks. You come to the stadium or an arena every night, you're going to see something different. You may never see that again.
An airball finger roll.
Yeah, that's right.
Generally not from that close.
That's right.
Kerwin Walton in for the Red Raiders now.
Kind of hard to do when you think about it.
Nice pass by Lamar Washington to Jennings, but his shot swatted out of bounds. Just over 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Red Raiders by 1.
Yeah, Mekhi Collins certainly making his presence felt in this game. Couple of points, couple of rebounds.
Did not play in some of the early games for Nichols, but has now in the last 4. Davion Harmon's 3 is off the mark. LATRELL Jones for Nichols. Tyrese Terrell in the ball game now, number 2. Inside to Nelson, who lost it.
That's a great lesson on why you try to front the post. And that post feed right there, it's very difficult to lob that pass over. A lot of times help defense is going to be there, but in this case, it's the baseline. And it's a hard pass to make. That's why coaches often want you try to front the post.
Yeah, that baseline or sideline can be a great friend on the defensive side of things. Baccio fouled inside.
You just cannot let him have an angle on catching it, or you are in trouble. So explosive. I mean, and you correct me if I'm wrong here, but watching him through the early part of this season, there's not a whole lot that he's not good at. His biggest strength is lack of weakness. I mean, you know, when you phrase it that way, because he's statistically your best three-point shooter if you're Mark Adams, your best rebounder, your second leading scorer, and leading shot blocker. I mean, on and on it goes, and his motor is at an all-time high all the time.
You knew he was a great athlete, but just did not get to play all that much a year ago. His best in any game was 8 points. He scored 21 this season against Ohio State and already has a pair of double-doubles.
Such a drastic improvement from year 1 to year 2 in this program. And you know, and again, I think for him, does it translate into league play? That's the next step. It's very difficult to do that, because if he plays at this level during Big 12 conference play, you're talking about a first-team all-conference type of player.
And an All-American out of this league. Del Cadilla in the ball game, got a Red Raider off his feet, missed the shot, but Huffman follows.
And worked on a lot of defense and some things in this last week, but I think that Mark Adams may have an issue with rebounding, and Kerwin Walton just gets it taken from him, and Davion Harmon says, not in here.
Kerwin Walton got caught looking the wrong way, had the ball taken away, and Harmon saved his teammate there.
Yeah, way too casual.
Yeah.
You have to know where all the pieces on the floor are, and he had 2 defenders behind him, and they just walked up. That's the easiest steal you'll see.
A pair of Wolves got in behind him. Walton, the transfer to Texas Tech from North Carolina. 3 on the shot clock for Harmon. He's not going to get a shot off. Red Raiders turn it over. Huffman comes away with the ball. Going to challenge in there. Bacho from behind, but it'll be a block called underneath on Lamar Washington.
It's a really young team for Texas Tech, trying to figure out what it takes to play hard, to play consistent. Missing a key piece tonight, and you have an old team that is not intimidated.
Harmon with the shot clock running down, had the ball taken away, and Wade thinking the play was going to be stopped, and it wasn't.
Well, and you see Davion Harmon is kind of let up a bit after the steal happens, and then you see Lamar Washington thinking about taking a charge, but not fully committed to it.
Huffman, only a 50% free throw shooter, has Nichols in front, 19-17. Nichols stayed here in the early going, just out hustling the Red Raiders, Chris.
Yeah, playing harder, and I think that's maybe the biggest thing that Coach Adams is trying to translate, you know, to these younger players is you don't realize how hard you have to play at this level. Yeah, we can teach you the various offensive sets or where you're supposed to be on defense, but it's all out effort all the time. We'll sub you in and out, you know, and we're not going to leave you in there for too long. And so when you're in there, you've got to maximize your effort. And sometimes I think they grasp that, sometimes they do not. That's the consistency that I think he's trying to. Because in this league, you'll get chewed up and give up a baseline drive right there.
Yeah. Red Raiders got the free throw a moment ago from Lamar Washington, but they have not scored from the floor in nearly 5 minutes. And O'Banner's shot in and out, no good. A 3-point advantage for Nichols right now at 21-18, but here's that Davion Harmon play a moment ago after that ball was stolen. Great defensive effort there.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture. I'm stuck! Take a picture. I'm stuck!
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
Take a picture. I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture. I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture. I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
Feels like a change is coming. Feels like a change is coming.
Have mentioned this a time or two. Red Raiders last time out beat Georgetown 79-65, had 5 in double figures. Jalen Tyson was one of those with 18, Chris, not playing tonight.
Well, you're down 21-18. You've got to combine 2 points from that duo right there, because obviously Jalen Tyson not playing, but Davion Harmon 1 of 5 from the floor. The other player for the Red Raiders, though, that is going to have to step up and provide scoring really night in and night out is Kevin O'Banner. He's also 0 for 3 from the field in this one, just tallied 2 points. So O'Banner and Harmon combined for 4 points. And again, where does the scoring come from without a guy like Jalen Tyson on the floor?
Starting tonight, O'Banner, Bacho, Harmon, and Jalen Tyson, who's not playing, all averaging in double figures, with the exception of Bacho here in the early going. Bacho and Pop Isaacs, who each have 6. The Red Raiders aren't getting a lot of help. Long arms of K.J. Allen right there. Caleb Huffman for NICHOLLS, the first player tonight in double figures. He's got 11. 9 on the shot clock. Washington in the corner. Pop Isaacs is going to have to get it off. Red Raiders may not again. Harmon, a desperation 3, does not draw iron.
Yeah, and I think any possession at this point where Daniel Bacho doesn't touch it is a wasted possession. I don't believe the Colonels have much of an answer for him, but he's got to have let him operate a little bit. You can play through him down low, and just that right there, you just kind of dribble the air out. He never touches it.
6 points tonight for Bacho and a couple of rebounds. He's 2 of 2 from the field, both dunks and a couple of free throws. Micah Thomas out front. Austin Claunch, their coach on the bench, wants him to spread out. Gives Thomas a chance to get inside and off the glass. Nice shot there.
Yeah, they just go 5 out right there and just kind of pick the one-on-one matchup that they want. That really can kind of spread that Mark Adams' defense out, removes the help.
NICHOLLS opened up this season on the road against Arizona, got beat there. You'll also see the Baylor Bears later this season as well.
It is a loaded schedule. Coach Claunch kind of talked about that before the game. Hey, this is an older team. We wanted them to face some ups, but we also wanted them to see a lot of adversity. And you're right, playing at BYU and Wyoming and Arizona, Mississippi State, Baylor after this one, and you come to Lubbock, a team that hadn't lost a game in a season and a half at home.
They're giving the Red Raiders all they want right now, for sure.
They definitely are.
Here's Demarion Williams for Pop Isaacs, both of those in the starting lineup tonight. First time this season for Demarion Williams. Transferred to Lubbock from Gardner-Webb.
And you've got to get Daniel Baccio a touch around the basket. And they just can't. What we're seeing, every time the ball goes into the paint, the Colonels kind of panic and they gamble for those steals, but it's equaling a lot of whistles.
And Chris, both these teams are high on the list of teams that foul a lot.
10 personal fouls already. Yeah, just a hook right there around KJ Allen. I think LaTrell Jones knows he's beat. Just it's like the cornerback on a pass interference. Hey, you're not gonna
score a touchdown.
Yeah,
but
no touchdown here.
Oh, does Baccio get called for a foul? Thought he had drawn a block, but not the case.
Yeah, that's the one concern you have with him. He's actually been pretty good about it, but can he play enough minutes without fouling? There's been a couple of these games earlier on in the season where he commits an early foul and you just kind of hold your breath that if you're Mark Adams, he doesn't pick up that second, which essentially takes him out for the first half. But been able to really avoid that because you just don't really have a true backup for him.
No, not with Fardaws Amack still recovering from a broken foot. Harmon trying to figure out what to do with the ball. Baccio, nice look inside to Kevin O'Banner, and that's goaltending. Manny Littles went up and pinned it against the backboard and may have bailed O'Banner out there.
And again, it just goes back to what is Daniel Baccio not good at, but right there just with the post feed and a little high-low. And that's just not something the Colonels have an answer for.
Huffman floater. Not there, and Baccio got the rebound. Baccio had 13 rebounds against Georgetown. Lamar Washington draws, thought he might have charged, but instead gets the block by Nelson.
I think he did too. Yeah. Chris Pacey with the call right there along the baseline. Veteran official. And Lamar Washington, I think he thought, it was going one way or the other.
There it is.
Yeah, I think that may have been a charge.
Yeah, Nelson moving over, but
he's look close to set. Let's put it that way. But again, bang bang call, and typically a true freshman's not going to get that one.
Yeah. The other officials tonight are Darren George and Marcus Pettigrew, along with Chris Pacey.
30-second timeout, I believe, by Coach Claunch.
(24-21) Nichols here in front of the Red Raiders. Hey, coming up on Saturday afternoon, it's college basketball and a doubleheader. North Carolina will host Georgia Tech at the ACC at 3:15 Eastern, looking to snap their 4-game losing streak. And then Jalen Wilson and number 6 Kansas take on Missouri in a matchup of former Big 12 and Big 8 rivals, both games on ESPN and the ESPN app.
You get so many great matchups in college basketball in November and December. You almost don't realize how many good games happen with these MTEs, these holiday tournaments. Had a couple of good ones last night at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Illinois coming out on top.
Texas losing for the first time.
Yeah, TJ Shannon, former Red Raider, really doing his part in overtime there. But again, just so many good non-conference games. It's the one thing you love about the sport if you pay close attention to it. They feed them to you repeatedly in November and December.
Yeah, then after that one, Duke and Iowa. So there were a lot of good basketball from the Garden last night.
The Raiders saw a lot of that in Maui. Fun trip for these Red Raiders. 3 games in 3 days.
LATRELL Jones finally finds the range. 0 for 4 before that shot, and he's got his team up by 4 now.
With the fadeaway.
Yeah. Davion Harmon looking for help out near the timeline as the shot clock starts to wind down. Bacho standing there alone. Lamar Washington left it for Jennings, and he slams it in.
Well, it all works out, but one of the things that Coach Adams worked with his team on the week off is he just says to us, we just dribble it way too much. In that possession, you see the good and the bad, but you like the penetration, the lob dunk right there.
Thomas couldn't find anybody to pass it to, so he took the shot, misses. They don't want to dribble the air out of the ball on every possession. Marion Williams steps out of bounds.
Yeah, again, unforced error. Red Raiders 2 of their last 10 from the field, John.
And 6 turnovers in this game tonight. Little's blocked by Bacho, and he's called for another foul. I think NICHOLLS has figured out they can drive the ball inside, and they did successfully there, drawing the second foul on Bacho. And the Colonels out front of the Red Raiders here with less than 4 to play in the first half, up by 2.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
Feels like a change is coming.
You UFC 282. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
26-24 Nichols over Texas Tech here at the United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock. Chris, this is a veteran team that's visiting Lubbock tonight, and a team that in their last game out scored 69 points in the second half against champion Christian.
Yeah, it's a 21-win team from last season. They are no stranger to winning the Southland Conference, went 11-3 in that league. And again, one of the oldest teams in the country. And Coach Clonch has got balanced scoring. 9 different players coming into this game that average double-digit minutes, and 6 players averaging over 8 points a game. So again, well-rounded team, and any given night, somebody can hurt you.
12 upperclassmen.
And I'll tell you the story in this game to this point. It's been very surprising. This is a team that makes on average about 8 threes a game. They have yet to connect on one, yet they're really hurting Texas Tech in the paint. Paint points 18-10 in favor of the Colonels, and so much of those are on offensive rebounds. Just haven't been able to block out for the Red Raiders tonight. 8 second chance points. So that's the tables have turned, because that's usually where Texas Tech looks to hammer a team is in the paint.
Yeah, has won the battle in the paint in every game this season. 35 of their 37 last year. And Lamar Washington, before he can get rid of the ball, call for traveling. Another Red Raider turnover, their 7th tonight.
Youth. There's no cure for growing them up quick. You just have to play through some of these mistakes and hope that they aren't repeated.
Collins could not score in close. Red Raiders trying to get to the other end very quickly. Harmon's shot blocked. And Caleb Huffman very quickly back for Nichols. Jones got it. There's the first three-pointer. And the Colonels have their biggest lead of the night at 6.
Jones, 3 from the corner. It's a matter of time. That's what they want to do in transition. They get the ball up the floor in a hurry and look for shooters around the arc.
Here's what the Red Raiders have not done, but Bacho gets double-teamed. Great look inside by Pop Isaacs. Jennings could not dunk it on the first try and may get fouled before he can get the second one to go. And a moment ago, speaking of fouls, before that timeout, I thought Bacho had been called for the foul inside, but that was not the case.
Yeah, it was Demorian Williams picking up his second foul. So Daniel Bacho right now just with the 1 personal. Yeah, they get Robert Jennings that foul. He doesn't get the N1 opportunity. He's going to get 2 at the free throw line. This is the first one, but yeah, and you can see the Red Raiders, just again, zipping the ball around. Less dribbling is usually going to be a lot better for you.
Red Raiders average about 14 assists a game. Isaacs thought he had 1 on that play, but Jennings misses a pair. Yeah.
That's quite the streak there.
Yeah, it is.
You see it on the screen. 417 games in a row with a made 3. All the way back to 2009, John.
That's a while. Well, nice look inside by Isaacs, and Bacho just got hammered on that one.
Yeah, he scores the basket, kind of falling out of bounds. And, he's really good in the weight room too. Obviously, you get a good look right there. He's just got shoved in the waist. Kind of got that forearm right in the ribs. But yeah, again, he's got to be a part of what you're doing offensively in this game throughout.
Nichols by 4, under 2.5 to play here in the first half of this game. They've got a Southland Conference game coming up next week. Jones again, long 3. Off the backboard, Bacho grabbed it. The Red Raiders trying to find a way to get it inside again to Bacho. He's got some range, but that off the mark. Del Cadilla the rebound to lead the break. Over here to Thomas, now to Huffman. That three is no good. But a foul inside, I believe, not the shooter. Eduardo Del Cadilla knocked down underneath by the Red Raiders' Robert Jennings. Huffman, like any good shooter, trying to walk up to the free throw line. There's a whistle. I had the ball. But they'll
what do you mean I'm not the one that's supposed to be shooting free throws?
Del Cadilla, a native of Italy, can't get that one-on-one opportunity to go, and the Red Raiders will try and narrow the gap here with under 2 minutes to play in this first half. Pop Isaacs, Lamar Washington, Davion Harmon are the guards. KJ Allen and Robert Jennings inside. And Lamar Washington trying to find a way to back it down from out of Portland, Oregon, a true freshman.
Yeah, Lamar Washington, I think, played about a minute and a half against Georgetown. He's had a week to think about that and how he can help this team. I don't think you look to him for scoring as much as you try to look to see him with the ball in his hands and help other players score. But right there, being aggressive on offense, and he's a big point guard. That's what he is.
Red Raiders are 10 of 19 at the free throw line.
Yeah, that is something that will drive a coach crazy.
You've made more than the other team has attempted, but you've also left a lot rolling off the rim. 9 missed free throws by the Red Raiders. 4 missed free throws by NICHOLLS. They are 3 of 7 at the line. Jones has Bacho defending, and he fell down. Oh, but they're going to call Davion Harmon for a trip. And Mark Adams will not like that at all. Red Raider fans don't like it either. That is the 8th team foul against the Red Raiders. NICHOLLS has 10 already. And Jones, only a 61% free throw shooter, is perfect on that attempt.
Yeah, that's a kind of a bang call. You get that
just got their feet tangled up.
I was about to say that's a tough call for Davion Harmon because it's incidental contact. I think if you call tripping, you're suggesting that you did it on purpose. I don't believe Davion Harmon. Their feet just happen to be in the same spot right there and stepping on each other, and that is not tripping. But they didn't ask us.
Under a minute to play. Bacho had the ball knocked out of his hands. NICHOLLS has played very well here in the first half. Here's Jones, found an opening. Del Cadilla back to Jones on the baseline. Cut off there. His pass hit the bottom of the backboard.
Yeah, Coach Conch across the court from where we are, politely asking his team to spread out. Did not like the drive and pass into the backboard there.
Well, we've seen a fingertip roll come up as an air ball and a pass off the bottom of the backboard.
That's right. Yeah, use it or lose it. Timeout for Mark Adams right there. And it appears you're going to go into the locker room trailing if you can't figure something out here in the last 32 seconds. Down 4 is Texas Tech. Mark Adams trying to maximize this last possession, trying to make sure that you get something done. But you know, you highlighted the free throw issues. I mean, again, NICHOLLS is a program that puts people on the free throw line a ton. They have again tonight. Red Raiders have not been able to maximize that. 10 of 19 at the free throw line. Just 2 of 8 from 3. Way too many, scoring droughts. And the scary thing for Texas Tech is this is usually when a mid-major comes in, the three-pointer is the great equalizer, and yet the Colonels are just 1 of 7 from behind the arc. I mean, that's not how they're beating you.
And both of those threes for the Red Raiders came from Pop Isaacs in the opening moments of this game.
And you haven't lit the lamp since.
No, you have not. Or rung the bell or anything. Here's Isaacs again on the drive. Wanted to get rid of the ball, and he charges. Runs over Del Cadilla inside after that timeout.
Yeah, I thought they may get him for an extra step right there and actually call him for the charge, but
it's a turnover either way.
Yeah, that momentum that you were looking for, you're not going to get it that way. I like Pop Isaacs, though, being aggressive. Such a good player, and he just sped up there. Red Raiders showing zone here.
Austin Claunch over there trying to get his team set up. They've got 12 on the shot clock, and that is about equal to the game clock. And now Thomas out front, the problem there, got it to Huffman, and he hits a three-pointer. Hits the long-range 3, second of the night. Demarion Williams' shot will not go, and the Colonels lead the Red Raiders here at halftime by 7. It's 35-28, and they deserve it after the half they play here at the United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock. Colonels by 7, trying to pull off the upset here in Lubbock tonight. Games that held 4 of those opponents to less than 60. Louisville scored 38 points total over in the Maui Gym Maui Invitational against the Red Raiders. And here you've got Nichols with 35 at halftime. So we are underway in the final 20 minutes of this one. Pop Isaacs, Davion Harmon, Kevin O'Banner, Daniel Bacho, and Demarion Williams for Mark Adams. And Bacho on the drive with a huge dunk.
He dunked himself right into the stands. Yeah, you know that there was probably quite the spirited talk at halftime. Get the ball to your big fella. And I tell you, no more unforced errors, obviously, but Kevin O'Banner's got to be a part of things, too. Your leading scorer, your most experienced player, he's got to be a part of things here in the second half from a scoring standpoint.
Merrick Nelson for Nichols after an exchange of turnovers, and that lead right back to 7 for the Colonels. Nelson slamming into O'Banner, but what that does is gives us a chance to watch Daniel Bacho here on that dunk, and then off the backboard standard and nearly into the crowd behind the backboard here at the arena.
Well, just to give you an idea how long he is, that's about 2 steps from the three-point line, and he's dunking it.
Red Raiders throw it away again, and the Colonels take advantage. LATRELL Jones. Their biggest lead now is 9.
Well, and your weakness is Nichols' biggest strength if you're Texas Tech. That's 11 turnovers, and Nichols has not turned it over but just 5 times, and that's been a bit of the storyline here.
Banner trying to do it himself inside. He was triple teamed there and does draw the foul.
I think the message was feed the ball to the post at halftime.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Banner and Daniel Bacho with the touches early here in the second half. But it is a 9-point deficit.
Quit turning it over and go inside. O'Banner tonight gets the shot to fall there. Starting for the 45th time as a Red Raider. Came to Texas Tech from Oral Roberts. Big part of that 27-win team a year ago and trip to the Sweet 16. Going to have to get going here in the second half. He's got 5. 3 boards.
Yeah, and if you're Texas Tech, though, your defense is going to have to get you back into this game and get this crowd into it. But this is the culture of this program, and too much dribble penetration.
Thomas got around Bacho on the switch, but misses the shot. A 3 on the break for the Red Raiders, and Harmon can't finish. O'Banner, though, manages to find a way to save that ball to Lamar Washington. And how about in the corner, Demarion Williams is out of bounds.
Yeah, second time he's done that in this game. Have to have some awareness about your understanding where you are. Comes out of the game. But you see that Texas Tech coaching staff right there, just a lot of head shaking. And again, it's just part of who you are right now. A lot of youth and inexperience, and this is some adversity that they have not dealt with in this building.
Not at all here. Marek Nelson with the drive, and a blocking foul is going to be called on O'Banner. Starts from way out there like Bacho on the other end, but O'Banner set up inside the arc.
Yeah, and then inside the restricted area. And he's moving, not quite set, just late to rotate. See Coach Conch right there, credit to his team. And you know, his goal is just to, hey, he's just telling his guys, let's hang around. I mean, obviously they're leading this game, and let's just stay in this thing and give ourselves a chance at the end. They want to avoid that 8-0, 10-0 run. That gets this crowd really back into it, and that's where the Red Raiders have got to, you know, create some offense with their defense.
Nelson, only a 54% free throw shooter, was not close on that first attempt. Much better on that one. An 8-point advantage now for Nichols. Austin Claunch, who was here in 2016 when the Red Raiders beat Nichols 89-46. Pop Isaacs found an opening and scores.
Seas parted, and he maneuvered his way right to the basket.
8 for the Red Raider guard, and this time Texas Tech does draw the charge. Davion Harmon gets Micah Thomas to run over him. There's Isaacs again on the drive.
Well, they tell offensive players, hey, go until somebody stops you. Well, Coach, I'm just going to go make a layup if nobody gets in my way and stops the ball, which is what happened right there. Davion Harmon on the other end. Again, that's an example of defense leading to some offense. You take a charge, get the ball back.
Bob trying to get away from LATRELL Jones. Lamar Washington now. Isaacs quick with the trigger on a 3, and he missed it, but foul. No, it goes in.
Yes, that's going to be an opportunity for a 4-point play. It bounces off the rim and in.
Talk about a friendly bounce. And loose rims. Up, over the square, and back in. And Pop in double figures with 11. Bacho's got 10. And Pop adds one more. Red Raiders are within 2. And the crowd in Lubbock to their feet. Here's that run you were talking about, perhaps, Chris.
6-0 right now. Whistle blows. We
could not hear it.
Yeah, cannot.
Isaacs is the one whistled for the foul. Second team foul against the Red Raiders. 4 against Nichols. Huffman had a great first half with 15, and he adds to it. 18 now for the Nichols guard. How about that?
13 against Arizona, 12 against San Diego, but he is lighting it up in Lubbock tonight.
Transfer from Central Michigan. A couple of years ago, he was on the team last season. Bacho again.
Great job by Lamar Washington, though, drawing the defenders to him. Good job by Bacho, moving without the basketball. It was an easy dunk.
Marek Nelson just ran over Pop Isaacs. Turnover Colonels, and another charging foul.
it's the Colonels dealing with some adversity and a bit rattled.
Red Raiders have made their last 3 field goal attempts to narrow the gap within 3. LATRELL Jones out, Del Cadilla in, Makai Collins in for the Colonels too. 4 of the Red Raiders' 5 starters are in. Lamar Washington is the non-starter in for Demarion Williams. Kevin O'Banner could not get the shot. Here's Davion again. O'Banner long 3. Rims out of there. Del Cadilla the board. Colonel's lead remains 3. Just under 16 minutes to play. Micah Thomas might be their best player, but tonight Caleb Huffman has been a star. Red Raiders take it away, but it may be Colonel's ball. We'll see after the timeout. 43-40, Nichols over the Red Raiders.
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the...
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
There's never been a better time to get away.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck! Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
UFC 282. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Tuesday on ESPN.
There's never been a better time to get away.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the...
There's never been...
Nichols team won 21 games a year ago, played their way into the NIT after winning their 2nd consecutive Southland Conference title. Chris, if this score holds up for a while longer, they'll be getting some looks from fellow Southland Conference members for sure.
Yeah, no question. Have not been afraid to schedule themselves a tough one in the non-conference. Headed to Waco and Starkville and some different places. Already played at Arizona, but dealing with some adversity now after being up 9 with the Colonels. And
Huffman's long three over Bacho is off the mark. Collins got the rebound inside and scores. Second chance points.
Right now, just you see the Colonels kind of want it more on some possessions. Just playing tough.
Davion Harmon's wanted to get it to Bacho. The pass was tipped, but O'Banner finds the big man instead. And the Red Raiders within 3 at 45-42.
Man, Bacho's tired. Well, he's giving you all he's got.
He's had some time off since that Georgetown game a week ago, but played a lot of minutes tonight. Thomas can't find a way to get inside. Pop Isaacs on the defense. Wanted the three, couldn't get it. Down the baseline. Huffman left it for Collins again. Not there. And O'Banner got it, but fell to the ground where he was knocked down. It'll be Texas Tech basketball, and the Red Raiders' next home game is coming up next week, December 13th against Eastern Washington. Red Raiders will look to continue their home winning streak if they can get that done tonight at 7 o'clock Central. You can't make it in person. Watch it right here on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
And I'll be here, but you'll be in Orlando riding the, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, hanging out with Mickey Mouse, or what?
Something like that.
Is that the rumor?
Going to visit the Mouse, yeah.
Okay, all right.
For a meeting. Here's O'Banner, got it. Left alone, and this game is tied.
Yeah, he's just got to provide that for this team. That one was from deep, but the three-point shot needs to be a weapon, especially from Kevin O'Banner when you're struggling to score.
46th of his career, and it's tied at 45. Here's Latrell Jones back on the floor for the Colonels. Baseline jumper in the short corner is good.
Quite an answer from the grad transfer from New Orleans right there. 6'5" again. Coach Claunch talks about him. He's the engine and our captain on both ends of the floor that kind of makes this whole thing go.
Part of their team a year ago, but he transferred to NICHOLLS from Portland. Bacho had the ball tied up and got it inside to O'Banner, who's left alone, and O'Banner's got 5 in a row for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, you see Daniel Bacho and Latrell Jones kind of some pushing and shoving up the floor there. Interesting. Getting a little chippy.
Thomas steps back and his three is good. No Red Raider in his face. And Bacho is worn out. Completely worn out. We've got 12 more minutes to play. O'Banner three. Not the same friendly roll that Pop Isaacs got. Bacho barely got to the midcourt before O'Banner shot it. Thomas floater not there. Lamar Washington the rebound. And another foul. It's Del Cadilla bumping the Red Raider freshman going after the board. And now Robert Jennings is going to give a break to Bacho.
Yeah, you're already in the 1-on-1. Red Raiders going to shoot a lot of free throws here down the stretch. You just have to hope that you make them, because in the first half, 9 misses at the stripe.
Red Raiders have already attempted 22 free throws, and Lamar Washington will try to add to that. He's 5 of 8 in the game tonight. At the line, left it short. Colonels get it. Another missed opportunity. Here's Jones again. Terrell directing traffic now on the floor. Claunch from the Colonels bench area. Traveling against Manny Littles. Shot went, but he traveled with it before he got it off. Red Raiders an opportunity to tie or at least get within 1 if they can score. Davion Harmon's got O'Banner. Demarion Williams, Robert Jennings, and Lamar Washington. Banner probing, trying to find a way inside, had the ball knocked away, and he's lost it. In the scramble, Del Cadilla's got Micah Thomas around Davion Harmon, and his shot doesn't go. And Lamar Washington lost it out of bounds on the rebound. Man,
sums it up right there.
Up and down the court on both ends in this one. Colonels lead 50-47. O'Banner there, Jones at the other end.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
There's never been a better time to get away.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
There's never been a better time to get away.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the...
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
Feels like a change is coming.
UFC 282. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus is a must-have for Big 12 fans. There are more than 50 men's college basketball games this season, plus over 200 women's basketball games, soccer and volleyball matches, gymnastics meets, wrestling, basketball and softball games, or baseball and softball, as well as Big 12 Conference Championship events. If you're a Big 12 fan, you gotta have it. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com/Big 12 Now. .11:42 to play tonight here in Lubbock, and Nichols out front 50-47 over the Red Raiders. It's their basketball.
Yeah, the Red Raiders, you've outscored Nichols in the second half. You're shooting 70% from the field in the second half. Problem is you're still trailing.
Manny Littles had it inside. Runs over Jennings of the Red Raiders, trying to drop the ball off to Del Cadilla, and another offensive foul against Nichols. 8 team fouls against the Colonels. Littles will exit. Mekhi Collins back on. Chris, you mentioned Red Raiders playing well, but they can't catch up.
No, and boy, you clearly are missing a piece like Jalen Tyson on a night like tonight. You're still trying to figure out identity and who you are, and he just provides so much scoring punch and rebounding.
Yeah, missing his 10 points a game tonight for sure. Isaacs, nice lead for O'Banner, and he rams it home.
Well, a lot of times he'll reverse those, but he just decides to go with the traditional two-handed dunk there from Kevin O'Banner.
13 for O'Banner. Look inside to Collins, and in close, can't get it to go. Red Raiders can take the lead now. O'Banner's trying to post up inside. Harmon didn't get him the ball. Now Pop Isaacs. Isaacs, Baccio, and O'Banner all in double figures. Drive by Baccio, and he's fouled.
Daniel Baccio, when he gets the ball in the wing and sees that he's got an angle, 2 steps to the rim and in a hurry.
14 for Baccio. We'll try to add to that total. 6 rebounds. But cannot. Red Raiders free throw line woes continue.
That's just part of, again, you know, one of those things about a fairly young and inexperienced team. And keep in mind, you know, Baccio, one of your more experienced guys, just simply because he was here last year, but this is not somebody that's played just a ton of college basketball, especially as many minutes as you're asking him to play now. But he's needed and clearly one of your best guys.
Tonight his 41st career game, but a lot of those he certainly didn't play these kind of minutes. That free throw attempt in and out, and Nichols still clings to a 1-point advantage. Tech 13 of 25 at the line. They've missed 12 free throw attempts. Baccio a near steal, but LATRELL Jones is left alone in the corner, and he knocks it down for the Colonels.
You gamble for a steal, and you end up in scramble mode and pay for it. But now you're down 4 headed to the break.
Jones is 14. It's 53-49 Nichols.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the
There's never been a better time to get away.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the
Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
UFC 282. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Daniel Baccio's numbers there in the Red Raiders win over Georgetown in their last ball game. 15 points, 13 rebounds, a career high, Chris. 4 times now in his career He's had 10+ boards, but we've talked about this. This is a guy just miles removed from his play a year ago, just really developing into a solid all-around player.
Yeah, really starting to make it a habit of the double-double type games and just so active on both ends of the floor. You just have to keep him well rested and out of foul trouble. If you do, you will like the results. He seems so much more sure of himself, just sure of what he's trying to get done. Dorian Williams with trying to make a long pass, unforced error.
Another Red Raider turnover, and LATRELL Jones delivers in the corner again. And what was a 1-point NICHOLLS lead is back up to 7. Red Raider turnovers and poor performance at the free throw line showing tonight. And Demarion Williams lost it again. Micah Thomas took it away. Jones wants it over on the other side, but inside to Huffman. Huffman's got 20 points in the ball game now, and a 9-point lead by NICHOLLS.
And the Colonels are running the Red Raiders out of their own building. I mean, you have to credit the Colonels because they've had an answer. Coach Clanch's team had an answer at every turn. Every time you get the crowd into it, you know they've had an answer. And you see what they do right there. They force you into those turnovers, and they make you pay for them.
21 of their points tonight off Red Raider turnovers.
And it's a +10 margin.
Yeah.
You know, they turn you over and make you pay for or make you pay for it if you're NICHOLLS State. And obviously the Red Raiders just not creating enough offense with their defense and can't get those things. And some of this just has to do with just experience, age, being calm and poised. And obviously the Red Raiders missing a key piece has not helped. But, you know, free throw misses is a prime example of just dealing with a young and inexperienced team and an inconsistent team at times.
13 of 25 at the free throw line are the Red Raiders, and some of those misses are front ends of 1-and-1s. I mean, you're going to be at the line a lot here over the closing minutes of this game, as NICHOLLS has 9 team fouls. But they also have a 9-point lead with 9:14 to go in the game. O'Banner was trying to get the backdoor pass. It wound up in the hands of Bacho, who is fouled, and his attempt to score does not go, but he will be at the free throw line.
Yeah, foul trouble really starting to mount for the Colonels. 3 players right now with 4 personals. 2 others with 3.
Bacho came into this game a 75% shooter at the line, but he is 2 of 5 tonight. Red Raiders need him to make a pair here, and he doesn't. He's shooting 2. But this has been a nightmare at the line for Mark Adams' team.
Yeah, he's just tired. Doesn't hold his spot, falls off, kind of fade away right there. But again, unforced errors. You get rewarded with free throws. You've got to be able to knock them down.
Huffman again. He's got 20, finds an opening, and goes right to the rack and scores.
Again, it's just been dribble penetration for the Colonels all night. They've kind of gotten what they've wanted inside.
Huffman had 24 against Jarvis Christian. He's a bucket away from equaling his season best. The Raiders trying to clear it out for Kevin O'Banner, and he gets inside of Collins and scores. Kevin O'Banner's got 15 now. 11 of those have come here in the second half. Techno still down by 9. The clock is ticking away, coming down towards 8 minutes.
That's going to get another immediate timeout, and we'll start to see Mark Adams start to employ some half-court pressure and some traps.
Del Cadilla, long ball there, has never made a three-pointer in his career. Bacho backed off of him. He missed, and now Davion Harmon's trying to find a way to score. Got it to Isaacs, missed the shot, but got fouled. Huffman is the guy that knocked him down outside the arc.
Caleb Huffman has done about everything you could have asked for tonight for his team, but not a smart play there.
Timeout, 7:45 to play. Nichols still on top at 60-51.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the...
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Take a picture.
I'm stuck!
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the...
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
Tuesday on ESPN.
Pop Isaacs at the line for the Red Raiders as we return now with 7:45 to play. Big night for Caleb Huffman and the Nichols State Colonels. 56 of their 60 points tonight have come from their starters. Huffman's got 22. And LATRELL Jones 17. Red Raiders have 3 in double figures. O'Banner's got 15. Bacho 14. Pop Isaacs 12 at the line right now. 43 of Tech's 51 from the starters. So Chris, 90+% of points on each side from the starting 5. But Red Raiders' Demarion Williams has not scored tonight.
No, and again, multiple opportunities at the free throw line to cut into this lead, but that is your 15th miss at the stripe. Pop Isaacs comes into the game 73%, 2 of 3 on the night. Got one more here, but again, that is something that if you're going to win this game and come back, you have got to be really good at the stripe down the stretch. So there's 2 of 3 there. Nichols State, Nichols will foul you. I mean, they are one of the most foul-prone teams in the country statistically. So you're going to get some opportunities, even though you've had plenty already.
Little's trying to score inside. O'Banner took it away from him. Colonels get it back with still 11 on the shot clock, and that wild attempt by Jones. Here's Pop Isaacs. He's going to go all the way. His shot off the mark, somehow knocked down, but no foul call. Lob inside Little. Bacho blocked it. Wow. Eric Nelson inside and cannot score, and a foul called there.
I think we have broken whistles, because to call that and allow what went on both ends of the floor for both teams, I have not seen that stretch before. That was interesting.
Mark Adams hasn't seen it either, and he will voice his displeasure near that Red Raider bench.
Yeah.
Man, up and down both ends of the floor. Nelson, not a very good free throw shooter. He is one of 3 Colonels playing with 4 fouls at the moment. But look good there again at the line. Here's some of what happened. Here's how this got on that end of the floor. Bacho blocked a little shot. Merritt got the ball and went inside.
I mean, there's a lot of contact in the first scrum.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot in the second.
And he got them both. A 54% free throw shooter gets a pair.
But what it doesn't show is the trip, at the other end of the floor and all the contact, and
where Pop Isaacs was driving in for a layup and just got clobbered.
Yeah, we couldn't hear anything, and I thought, okay, they'll stop play on one of these, but just let them go.
Nichols back to a 9-point lead. Lamar Washington on. Back up top, Davion Harmon, spin move in the lane to Washington, 3 on the way. Not there. And Collins clears for Nichols.
Yeah, veteran crew, though. Darren George, Marcus Pettigrew, Chris Pacey all do a good job. Been around a long time, all of them.
Thomas got around Lamar Washington, but his floater is off the iron. The Red Raiders looking to cut into that 9-point lead. Lamar Washington inside, left-hander, not good, and he's fouled.
Yeah, this is where this team again is trying to figure out who you are. Adversity is here, and who's trying to take over. But you've got Lamar Washington trying to create offense, and that's where a guy like Jalen Tyson you really miss, because he is instant offense, can get it any shot that he wants.
And he's on that bench with a sprained ankle.
Asking Lamar Washington to do it.
He's 6 of 10 at the free throw line tonight. 8 of 15 for the season. Freshman from Portland, Oregon, a 4-star recruit to the Red Raiders, and he clanks that one. But Bacho got the rebound. Pop Isaacs, open 3 is on the way, and it's good. Pop Isaacs gets his 3rd of the night.
5-point game. Now you're going to get this crowd into it. Coach Quanch, do we have an injury timeout?
Yeah. It's Collins. Makai Collins is going to limp off the floor after Nichols got the ball into the front court. Isaacs wanted the ball. 17 points tonight is a career high.
Yeah, Coach Quanch just trying to keep his team in this thing until as long as he can.
They led at halftime, and they still lead here with 5:53 to play.
Yeah, the Red Raiders have cut into the halftime lead only by 2 points. As you look at what the Colonels led by halftime at 7, now it's just a 5-point lead.
Red Raiders have been within 1, but they have not been able to tie or go in front here in this second half. Upman's got 22, gives the ball up into the corner. Jones will fire it up, and he's hit it. He's got 20 points for Nichols.
And the Colonels have had an answer every time.
They've got 7 threes in the ball game. Red Raiders have 5. And actually 4 of those have come from Pop Isaacs. Here's another one, and he got it. Pop Isaacs has 5.
Pop Isaacs trying to single-handedly keep you in this game with some perimeter shooting. But you just can't allow dribble penetration and that skip pass to the corner if you're Texas Tech.
Here's Huffman against Davion Harmon. Harmon knocked it away. Reached in there left-handed, took it away. Fouled, and the layup attempt doesn't go, but Huffman may be out of the ball game. It's his 5th foul. That will hurt the Colonels.
Yeah, it will. And again, just careless ball handling at the top of the key. Davion Harmon just took it, but that's a career game for Mr. Huffman there. He had a heck of a night. It's probably sick that he doesn't see the end of it. Try to see it through, but yeah, Caleb Huffman comes in averaging 12 a game, knocks down 22 here in Lubbock, and extremely efficient. 9 of 15 from the floor, John.
Yeah, he's got a 30-point game during his career. He was 2 off his best this season, but he fouls out. Red Raiders trying to find a way to rally behind Pop Isaacs. But LATRELL Jones has an answer for the Colonels.
Right there in the corner, it said just dribble penetration and just skip it.
Davion Harmon can't get the second free throw to go. O'Banner trying to chase down the miss. Red Raiders struggles. 17 of 34 at the free throw line. 17 of 34.
And if you can't get over the hump, you'll look at a lot of things, but none bigger than that. Multiple trips to the free throw line, just simply haven't been able to take advantage of it.
A 50% night by the Red Raiders at the line. 4-point lead for Nichols. 4:30 to go in the ball game. Merrick Nelson runner, and it goes high off the glass.
All the way across the lane and just finishes up high off the glass, as you said. Defensive help, can't get over there.
One of the new faces on that Nichols team from UT Rio Grande Valley. Harmon looks to find a way to get in the lane, lays it up, no good, and he traveled. Another Red Raider turnover. The 18th of the game against Mark Adams' team.
Yeah, it's just unforced, trying to dribble too much. Davion Harmon just tried to almost over penetration right there. You just get into the lane, nowhere to go, and got knocked off his spot.
Little blood on Micah Thomas.
Yeah, they're going to try to patch him up. Yeah, I think the Colonels don't want to have to use a timeout, or he's got to come out of the game. I'm not really sure.
He's back. Huffman is fouled out. 3 other Colonels have 4 fouls. Collins, Littles, and Nelson. Certainly a chance for guys on both sides to rest here, because apparently they can't get a Band-Aid quickly enough.
Yeah, emotions are high.
Yeah, they are. This is Micah Thomas, going to get double teamed, but did get it across the line to Terrell. Wow, Terrell in the corner, a three's not there, but Little got it. A new shot clock for the Colonels. Nelson will drive again. He had O'Banner and Bacho right there, and he traveled.
Yeah, and
tried to get them in the air, and he moved the feet.
Yeah, and I don't understand what Merrick Nelson's doing right there. You don't need that. You've got time left on the shot clock. It seemed forced.
We're less than 4 minutes to play. Nichols still leads by 6.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places. places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do. At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do.
There's never been a better time to get away.
Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire.
Feels like a change is coming.
Tuesday on ESPN.
Chris, the Red Raiders have really been tough at home. Mark Adams has not lost a game on this court as Red Raiders head coach. That winning streak is at 25, and it's in jeopardy right now.
Yeah, it is, John. You're down 6, 3:45 left. The Colonels seemingly have just stayed calm. Had sprinkled in a few mistakes, but have stayed calm and have really had an answer every time you've tried to put together a scoring run. This crowd has tried to get into the game, but the Colonels with some perimeter shooting and just dribble penetration have really overcome a lot of it. You could just tell how much older this team is, not intimidated by the environment. Coach Claunch, done a really good job with them. They had a good game plan, and again, the Red Raiders are trying to figure out what their identity is, what role. And we don't know who the closer is on this Texas Tech team. It has not emerged, and you haven't really asked anybody to have to do that. But you are in a situation now. Pop Isaac's been trying to do his thing from behind the arc. He is 5 of 6 from 3. You see Caleb Huffman right there fouled out. It's making him sick that he can't be out here to try to finish this with his team. Had a career night really tonight, 22 points. And if you're the Red Raiders, John, you just simply cannot have too many more empty possessions on offense.
No, you cannot. That last loss at home was to West Virginia a couple of years ago. But the Red Raiders have won 73 of their last 74 against non-conference teams. The last non-Big 12 team to beat the Red Raiders here in Lubbock was in January of 2020. It was Kentucky in a double overtime loss. Bacho, nice look inside. No, Banner just missed the shot. Lamar Washington got it back and he got fouled.
Lamar Washington 6 of 11 at the free throw line tonight. You've been to the stripe 34 times, and Lamar Washington's going to end up shooting at least 13 of those after these 2 free throws.
Yeah, and that's Merrick Nelson's 5th foul. He is the 2nd Colonel to foul out of the ball game. Huffman the 1st. He left with 22 points.
And again, you look at the box score and you say, well, the home team's getting a lot of home cooking with the foul. Well, statistically, these Colonels are one of the most foul-prone teams in the entire country. I think we looked it up earlier, John. Was it like 322nd out of 350 something?
They're near the bottom.
Yeah,
near the bottom.
This is just what they do. They gamble for a lot of steals. With that comes a lot of foul calls. They'll put a lot of teams on the free throw line. Red Raiders just haven't been able to take advantage of it. Like if you're a Texas Tech fan, you're just saying, boy, we left a lot out there. 18 of 35 before this attempt, and 19 of 36.
Colonels have outscored the Red Raiders in the paint 30-24 at this point. And they have a 4-point advantage with 3:15 to play. Micah Thomas may have traveled, but he got away with it. Pop Isaacs took it away. Thomas got it back, and he's called for the foul. That'll be his 4th foul. And Pop Isaacs will go to the free throw line with Thomas, 20 points.
Yeah, Thomas just had the ball stolen right in front of us and grabbed Isaac's wrist. And you can see, yeah, he got that ball stolen. And again, it's probably a smart foul. Don't allow the easy run out. But at some point, the Colonels have to decide, okay, who's committing these fouls, because, you know, a lot of foul trouble mounting for Coach Planch's team as you see Pop Isaacs knock one down there.
4 of 5 at the free throw line, 21 points for Pop Isaacs. And another. Texas Tech within 2 with 3 minutes to play. NICHOLLS has led the entire second half. Oh, a huge pick sent on the Red Raiders. Lamar Washington, he's down. And then underneath, Bacho in a collision. And Lamar Washington is absolutely stunned back near the Red Raider bench. Littles set a pick on him, I believe, and just laid him out. Here you'll get a look at it. Never saw it coming. No help there. And then underneath, the Red Raiders are not going to allow the easy bucket.
Yeah, almost just a blown coverage, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pick, yeah, he leaned into it a little bit, does Manny Littles. Kevin O'Banner and Daniel Bacho combined for the foul and the block there. I think they actually get Daniel Bacho with the actual foul call, and
Mekhi Collins is the Colonel down after that.
Yeah, he took quite the collision. Hopefully he is okay.
The officials are going to go and review some portion of that. They conceivably could call the Red Raiders for goaltending.
Yeah, can't quite, and they have, they're reviewing it obviously. Can't quite see what Bacho kind of lands on. Yeah, just kind of in a heap there.
Chris getting an explanation from Marcus Pettigrew as to what is being looked at here, Chris.
Yeah, they're trying to see with a review if there's excessive contact that would change this foul to a flagrant 1.
Red Raiders O'Banner with 3 fouls is the most concerning for Mark Adams, but for Austin Claunch, Huffman and Nelson are already gone. Littles, Collins, and Thomas all with 4 fouls.
Yeah, the officials are talking about it now. And common foul is what they've determined, so nothing changes. And now it's just going to be 2 free throws as they looked at it. It's just a lot going on in that last interaction. You had the pick in the backcourt, and Lamar Washington just is flattened, and you have Kevin O'Banner and Daniel Bacho, try to eat the basketball, essentially.
They've got Jalen White at the free throw line.
Yeah, because
Mekhi Collins was the player injured.
And he went up the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is up the tunnel. And at that point, they're Darren George talking to Coach Claunch right now.
So instead now, Littles will be at the free throw line. Well, and we may not be done subbing in yet. But Manny Littles will go to the line. He's a 57% free throw shooter. A 2-point advantage for NICHOLLS. He's the guy that set the pick on Lamar Washington, and he gets the friendly roll. Washington is still on the floor after laying there for quite a while. So, Chris, an explanation as to why Manny Littles is at the line.
Exactly. So when you have an injured player, he can't shoot the free throws. the coach gets to pick of the 4 remaining players, so you can't sub in for somebody and pick your best free throw shooter. And Manny Littles knocks them both down. He gets to pick from the 4 remaining, and obviously made a good choice there with Littles knocking them both down.
And back to a 4-point lead for Nichols as Manny Littles got a pair. Davion Harmon back up top to Pop Isaacs. Thought about a long 3. Colonel's got there in a hurry. 11 on the shot clock. Pop wants the ball back. Washington can't get it to him. 6 on the shot clock. Red Raiders got to do something in a hurry. O'Banner's 3 is good from way out front. A 1-point game.
Yeah, Mark Adams trying to call timeout, doesn't get it, and now the Colonels get one. Yeah, I think that Mark Adams is calling timeout after. I mean, Lamar Washington, I don't know if he was aware of the shot clock winding down like that, but Kevin O'Banner, no choice with it winding down, and he buried one from deep.
O'Banner's got 19 points now, or 18 points rather. All but 4 of those have come here in the second half.
Yeah, he's playing with 4 personal fouls, so
he's the only Red Raider in real foul trouble.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
That 4th came a moment ago on that play underneath the basket where the discussion was about excessive contact.
Well, and if you're just an interested observer and don't, you're not a Colonel fan or a Red Raider fan, been a wildly entertaining game, but Red Raiders have had to scratch and claw for everything that they have gotten in this one. The Colonels just simply would not go away. And you were starting to see Lamar Washington really emerge as somebody that Mark Adams has leaned on in this one. Has played a lot of minutes, and is certainly none more important than this final stretch here.
Terrell pushed off on Isaacs to get that inbounds pass. Red Raider fans very unhappy about that. Del Cadilla trapped, got it away to Thomas. Here's Terrell again. Long 3 on the way is not good. Tipped around, Bacho got it for the Red Raiders. Washington across the timeline. He's got O'Banner underneath. Lays it in. Texas Tech is in front.
Yeah, Kevin O'Banner called for that. Lamar saw it. I thought he was going to throw the alley-oop, but just makes a nice chest pass, finish at the rim. And now you just don't want to get revved up and commit a foul if you're Texas Tech. And if you're the Colonels, you're just trying to stay calm and execute some offense.
70-69, Red Raiders by 1 with 1:41 to play. 6 team fouls on the Red Raiders. Nichols has already put Texas Tech in the double bonus. Thomas to inbound. Here's Terrell. They've got 20 seconds on the shot clock. Lamar Washington is on LATRELL Jones. He's got the ball. Now O'Banner. Jones wants the shot but can't get it against O'Banner. Back to Thomas. 3 on the shot clock. Leans in. Shots on the way. No good. Shot clock violation. Texas Tech basketball.
Yeah, Nichols has kind of gotten away from, now you look at just too much dribbling the air out of it, and it was that penetration, and you just tried to get a bailout right there. Comes up short. But again, you're learning, if you're Mark Adams, you're learning a lot about your team. You can hang on, you finally claw all the way back, have the lead, and you can pull this one out. Much more fun to learn from a win than a loss. That's for sure, as you try to extend this lengthy home winning streak.
Red Raiders had been chasing the Colonels for quite a while. Last lead had come at 8:13 in the first half before O'Banner a moment ago. 1 minute to go in the ball game. Red Raiders by 1. Lamar Washington lost the dribble, but he was fouled. A lot of dribbling by the Red Raider freshman. And now Lamar Washington back to the free throw line, where he is 8 of 13 tonight. All of his points have come at the free throw line, and none of them bigger than these, with 55.6 on the clock. He'll shoot 2.
every bit of the rim. Right there.
Used all of it is right.
Such a bizarre stat line. 0 for 1 from the field, 0 for 1 from behind the arc. He's got 6 boards, 5 assists, and as you mentioned, John, 9 of 14 at the free throw line. Good enough for 9 points. Make that 10.
He's in double figures from the free throw line.
And he's kind of having to grow up here.
Yeah.
And been a big part of your comeback.
Thomas, a wide open three is not there. Bacho and O'Banner go for the board, and O'Banner brings it down. 42 seconds to go. Tech by 3. Pop Isaacs wanted the ball back in the hands of Davion Harmon, but Lamar Washington hung on to it.
Yeah, Lamar Washington going to go make some more free throws here, or attempt them.
Big night for Pop Isaacs, too.
Absolutely, John. You know, and so much so that he's being face guarded at the end of the game here by the Colonels. But, yeah, 22 points for the true freshman. 5 of 6 from deep, 6 of 9 overall. He's been really good at the free throw line. The Colonels have said, we've seen enough. We're going to play a 4-on-4. We're not letting him get any more looks from deep. But, you know, again, he's also a piece that's growing up by necessity, having to.
Only his 8th career game as a Red Raider. He started every one of them, and that 22 points tonight is a new season and career high for the true freshman out of Las Vegas. Red Raiders have had to claw their way back into this one. Down by 7 at halftime. They lead by 3 with 37.4 on the clock and the basketball at the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, Nichols is up by as many as 11 points with a little over 8 minutes left in this game. And the Red Raiders have, yeah, you're right, crawled all the way back. Up 3 here with 37 seconds left. This is exactly why coaches get paid more money than most, dealing with young people and the stress, and there's a lot of pressure that comes with the job. But 17 missed free throws, 18 turnovers. Yeah, Nichols has not made a 3 in the last 5 minutes and change in this game, and that was part of how they were able to answer. They are still in this game, though. The Red Raiders trying to hang on.
Trying to make it a 2-possession game. Lamar Washington likes the suspense on those free throws.
He likes to use every bit of the rim.
He's got 11 points, and all of them have come at the charity stripe. Now 12 for the lefty. And Mark Adams wants a timeout. When Caleb Huffman fouled out just over 5 minutes to go in the ball game, that certainly hurt the Nichols State chances with the way he has played tonight with 22 points. Hey, it's V Week at ESPN when we partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. This is game-changing research that helps save lives. You can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research.
Well, and John, just a quick glance of the players that play most of the minutes for these two teams. I think I counted just 15 or 16 players for both of these teams that haven't even attempted 17 free throws on the season. Lamar Washington is 12 of 17 at the free throw line tonight.
He came in having attempted 5 over the Red Raiders' first 7 games.
And so, yeah, I mean, just interesting night for Lamar Washington this evening as he's had to grow up, but 5-point lead here.
Here's Micah Thomas. Can't get around Davion Harmon. Into the corner. Jalen White 3 is not good. Tapped back out. Thomas has got it surrounded by Red Raiders, and he's fouled. Yeah. O'Banner is hoping it's not him, but it may be O'Banner, and he's out of the ball game. O'Banner is the only Red Raider in foul trouble, and he's out of the ball game. O'Banner will exit with 20 points.
Yeah, you got Davion Harmon, Daniel Baccio, and Kevin O'Banner, and they're all right there. And he's like, just don't call it on me. But yeah, he will. 20-7. He certainly did his part here in the second half, especially. And that, there's a three right there around the rim, and he has a monster three from deep late in the shot clock and able to bail you out, but did a great job. Great highlight right there.
20 points, 7 rebounds for O'Banner, and he's out of the ball game.
And if he doesn't give it to you, we're having a different conversation, because you just don't know where else it comes from. Pop Isaac certainly gave you a lot of that as well.
Thomas is a 90% free throw shooter, 9 of 10 before that attempt on the season. .24.5 seconds remain. Red Raiders by 4 with Thomas, a transfer from Indiana State, played high school basketball in Oklahoma City. He got them both. Washington trying to find somebody to get it inbounds to, does. To Demarion Williams, and he's fouled. Williams held on to that ball, and he is a good free throw shooter. 8 of 9 on the season. Before tonight, he has not attempted a free throw tonight.
Yeah, you could tell he wasn't wanting to give that ball up right there. Confident in his own abilities, knew what was about to happen.
Yeah, wanted to go to the line, and the Red Raiders will not put a teammate there with him. And Williams knocks it down. The steps up, and the transfer from Gardner-Webb never blinked. Got them both. Tech by 5. 21 seconds. Here's Thomas. Jalen White, and his pass batted away, but he traveled. Pop Isaac's gotten his vision as he wanted to go into the corner to LATRELL Jones. It's Texas Tech's basketball. And back Littles away from Lamar Washington to give him room to inbound the ball. Got it to Pop Isaacs. And nobody chasing the Red Raider freshman guard. Now they do. And the foul coming with 10 seconds to play in the game. And that's the end of the night for Terrell as well. He's the third Nichols Colonel to foul out. O'Banner is fouled out for the Red Raiders. 49 fouls in the ball game tonight, as expected.
Yeah.
And a lot of free throws. The Red Raiders, 27 of 44. Wow.
Marcus Pettigrew, Darren George, Chris Pacey, they certainly got their had to earn their pay tonight. I mean, and again, not much issue at all with the way that some of it's been called.
They could have called more.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of contact in this game, very physical, and that's something that Coach Claunch, said he wanted from his team is to be physical and try to match Texas Tech. But boy, they put up quite an effort tonight.
Thomas got Demarion Williams in the air, launches the three, but this game is going to be won by the Red Raiders. The winning streak continues, now 26, as Texas Tech comes from behind to beat Nichols tonight here in Lubbock, as Nichols missed their last 6 shots of the ball game, and the Red Raiders down by 7 at halftime. Chris, win this ball game by 7, 78-71.
Well, I've never seen, you attempt 46 free throws in a game if you're Texas Tech, and one player alone attempts 17 of them, true freshman Lamar Washington, but too many turnovers if you're Texas Tech. But again, you're learning who you are, and better to learn. They either say you win or you learn, but the Red Raiders may try to do both tonight. A 78-71 final here at the United Supermarket Arena, John.
Caleb Huffman for Nichols had 22, Pop Isaacs 24, O'Banner 20 in this ball game. So for Chris Level, I'm John Harris saying so long from the United Supermarkets Arena here in Lubbock. Well, the final score, Red Raiders 78-71